Check it out.
Check it out. I've got my old Merlin gaming system, and I just happened to check the batteries. When I opened this up, it takes 6 AA batteries. Ugh. See that? These 2 batteries had started to corrode. Now they were a little bit on the older side, so I can't blame the battery for that. I mean, that's what alkaline batteries do. What I want to go through is how you can clean up this corrosion off your electronic devices safely and really get them good and clean. All you'll need for something like this is a Q-tip or cotton swab kind of thing. In my case, I need a Phillips screwdriver. Take a couple screws out and open up the case. And then the secret ingredient. It's basically white vinegar. That's all it is. The vinegar will take care of this corrosion very easily. Let's dig into this and I'll show you how well that works. What I see inside of here is some more corrosion. And this is the same clip that was corroded on the top. I see corrosion down here. I also see that this clip looks to be removable. If you can get in nice and close on this, hopefully the camera will focus. There are little tabs on here that hold this in place. If I push those tabs back, hopefully I can pull this metal piece out. It'll make it so much easier to clean. There's no corrosion on my connections, which is good. What can happen is if the corrosion happens where a wire is, the wire can start to corrode. The corrosion can travel through the wire itself. I've seen that. Typically on a shorter wire than this, but I have seen it where the corrosion has followed through to the connection. So that's something to keep an eye out for. I'm going to try and remove this clip. It'll make it so much easier to clean. Once that's removed, we'll apply the vinegar to it. Probably would be a good idea if I was wearing some protective gloves. I will make sure to flush my hands after this is all done so I don't have any corrosive acid or anything on my fingers. I was able to get the clip off relatively easily. It'll make cleaning this much easier to do. I will want to clean up on the plastic. I want to get that corrosion off of there. Most of that can be scraped away. I will wipe it with the vinegar just to make sure. To clean this clip, I'm just going to take some of my white vinegar and dump it into the cap, which is essentially a little bowl. Just enough so I can submerge the whole thing. You could brush a bunch of this away ahead of time, which wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea. I'm going to go ahead and just leave it on there and show you how well the vinegar works when I dump this in. I'll just drop it in. See all that bubbling? That's that corrosion getting eaten away by the vinegar. Once it's done its bubble action, then I will take the Q-tip and just do a little wiping on there to make sure there are no chunks left. Most of the bubbling has stopped. There's a little more action over here still, which tells me there's probably a little extra corrosion. If I pull this out, look how clean that is already. All I did was just dump it in. I haven't done any scrubbing yet. And a majority of that corrosion is gone. I'll go ahead and let it soak just a little bit longer. I'm going to go ahead and take the Q-tip and just wipe this down. Make sure that we've gotten all of that corrosion cleaned away. Q-tip's falling apart. Just fine. So check this out. Look how clean this piece is. All of the corrosion is gone. We have bare metal again. So our connection to the battery will be nice and clean. I'll go ahead and rinse this off with water, dry it, and this part will be ready to reinstall. To make sure I've gotten all the water out of the little areas, I'm going to use my blower, little portable blower thing. We'll move our vinegar out of the way while I do this. And this will just make sure to get all that extra water out of there. I can just let it sit. That will work too. Okay, this clip is all ready to reinstall. Before we do that, let's get the rest of Merlin cleaned up. If I wanted to, I could try to remove these two clips to release the wires so that I could work on this a little bit more easily. I do have access to where the corrosion is, so I really don't need to do that. Again, I'll just use the white vinegar, get some on my Q-tip, and just rub it on the areas where that corrosion was. This is plastic, so it's not going to affect that, really. I just want to get it cleaned up. Just wipe it up with the dry side. Turn it over, and there is a bunch of corrosion in here. We'll just go ahead and get the vinegar on that, and it makes short work of it. It dissolves it and soaks it in, leaving us a nice clean area. Just come in with the dry side of the Q-tip. This vinegar that I've used for dissolving the acid, I'm just going to go ahead and dump that down the utilities sink. I don't want to mix it in with my little supply of vinegar. It's time to get this reassembled. This clip should go on relatively easily. It came off nicely. We'll just flip this over. We can see how the other clips are installed. I know the orientation is like this. So just make sure that the clip goes on. Those two little tabs fit down in their slots. And push on that. Check this side. Right back to where it should be, nice and secure. Those tabs are holding it in place. Go ahead and, since I have this open, give it a quick blow with the air gun here. Get rid of any little dust specks and dry any last little bits of vinegar out of it. Merlin is ready to be reassembled. All right, Merlin's all set. Let's get some fresh batteries in here and play a game. Fresh set of 6 AA batteries. Make sure Merlin power's on. Excellent. All right, so what are the games? We have tic-tac-toe, music, echo, blackjack, magic square, mindbender. We'll do tic-tac-toe. All right, we'll let Merlin go first this time. So computer turn. I think this is going to be a cat game. Let's try again. I'll go first this time. Tic-tac-toe. We'll start in the middle. I think I've got him. I've got 2 win opportunities. Where can he go? Oh, I think I won. Merlin's all fixed up. Got the battery compartment clean. If you run into an issue where you have corrosion on your electronics, try using white vinegar and a Q-tip. Scrape away what you can. dump it into a good safe container, and just wipe it down. If you can disassemble like we did here, that's the best. If you can't, get as much of that corrosion out as you can to prolong your electronics. Hope you found this useful. Check it out.